Hello everyone, Vijay 32. How's it going? Hope you're all doing well as we get into another deck review today. And today we're looking at the Starbucks deck. Time for some coffee, eh? And here we get a look at the faces, completely custom. Apparently you put it in China, but the quality is pretty decent. Let's check out this Starbucks deck. Alright, so this is the Starbucks playing cards. I don't know if there's other previous variations out there. On this side you see the back design. It is a one-way design with the Starbucks cup in the center, but it's got a nice look to it. It's got little cups as well with steam coming out of them in the corners, and it says since 1971 on the bottom and Starbucks on top. On the one side is a little trademark stuff, Starbucks, and the other side nothing. You can see there's interesting light to dark thing going with the color, Starbucks on top. Nothing on the bottom, and in the back you see the Queen of Hearts. Completely custom court cards and everything, so that's cool. No seal, and nothing on the flap. I believe it also says here on the side, or it doesn't. I thought it said somewhere, maybe it's on the Ace of Spades. These are printed in China. I'm not sure who printed them, but the quality is actually pretty decent. I'll put that tuckers aside. One thing you'll see, again, the cards are all custom. They do have this thing where they go from light to dark. I think that's kind of cool. Here's a Joker. It's a mermaid, apparently with two tails, holding a cup. It says Joker on top. And then the other one is in the opposite color, and it's the same thing. Here's the Ace of Spades. It's a very nice pip, big pip. It's got the mermaid in there. And it's pretty cool. It doesn't say, actually, here that it's printed in China. Oh, it said it was printed in China on the sticker that was on the cellophane. And that's just what I heard as well. But there it is, Ace of Spades. And there's your back. Pretty simple, straightforward, very nice. And then the court cards, completely custom. You got a traditional court card look to them. And they're all drinking coffee or Starbucks drinks. As you can see, they all have white pips. The hearts and diamonds have this red and orangey red color scheme. Spades and clubs have these blue color scheme. They're very nicely done. Props to them for customizing them. I mean, this is the type of deck that you could see from a company like Starbucks that would just be completely standard with a one-way back design, but they went all out. And then the number cards, very nice as well, fairly straightforward. Generally, I'm not a fan of decks that have just one color for the pips. That being said, I think it's pretty easy to identify which ones are spades and clubs, which ones are hearts and diamonds, based on the color. They do handle pretty nicely. Of course, they have a one-way back design. Oops. It is possible you can actually mark this deck if you wanted to have a bit of a marked deck. For instance, you could use the cups in the corners. You can mark one for, one for a different suit, so you can identify the suits, and then for the value, you could probably figure something out because there's lots of little dots and lines everywhere. But I mean, I just thought of that. It's like, oh, it's a markable deck to some extent if you wanted to. Quality wise, it is a linen finish. It's a similar style to a bicycle. It actually handles quite decently, I would say, considering it's printed in China from an unknown company. Some have indicated maybe because of the quality it's printed by WJPC. I cannot confirm or deny that, unfortunately, because I don't know, simply. But it does handle pretty good, and you can find these on eBay or perhaps at Starbucks, particularly in North America. I got this from a Canadian seller, and I believe it did have a Canadian and American prices on it. I don't recall what they were. Somewhere in the $8 to $10 range, I believe. But you can find them on eBay pretty easily. That's where I got it. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to say 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.